I've grown up in professional kitchens most of my life. I've come into contact with all types of people from all walks of life. The greatest thing about working in kitchens was that we all grew together as one unit. That atmosphere breeds camaraderie and embraces the misfits. Along the way, I friended one of the most obscure, unique, and rare souls. His name was Neil, and we soon became brothers. Against all odds, we would make names for ourselves in this restaurant world. For a while, I was down on my luck. Neil welcomed me into his home and gave me a place to stay on his couch. A few years later, I reciprocated that kind gesture. Fellow roommates who never paid a dime in rent to the other because of our mutual respect for the passion, the drive, and the craftsmanship of professional cooking. 10 years had passed since we first met, and I decided I needed a fresh start. In a new city. Neil thought I was making a huge mistake. Chicago's your home, man. We're a family. I actually didn't have any immediate family that lived in Chicago. Thinking back, I assumed he just wanted to be doing the same. It's a grind at that level of cooking. 60 hours a week is a part-time job for most. Kitchens in a big city take a toll on you physically and even more so mentally. About a year had gone by when I received a call from Neil. We had spoken on and off, and I was planning a visit back to Chicago soon. He didn't sound like himself. He went on about how underappreciated he was in the kitchen he was currently working at. He wanted more creative freedom. He wanted to be the top guy. He knew he was capable of these great things, but he was just never afforded the chance. That conversation only lasted a few minutes. I was at work and needed to get back to it. I wish I would have stayed on longer. I knew he was hurting. I could sense it. He'll be fine, I said. I'll see him in a few months. Maybe I could convince him to give my city a new chance, a fresh start for him, just like me. I walked away from that conversation optimistic for what could lie ahead. Never did get to speak to Neil or see him again. I did end up going back to Chicago, only it wasn't for the jubilant reception I had hoped it would be. Neil had taken his own life. I dare not say how. I am haunted by visualizing his whole process and the steps that he had to take. What record was he listening to? Did he have a book by Bukowski near? What was the last thing he ate? Sometimes when I'm driving alone and listening to music, I talk to him in the empty seat next to me. Sometimes laughing about the good old days. Just two dudes running amok in a city of big shoulders. Maybe it's just for my own self-indulgence. Maybe it's because he's somehow still there, cracking jokes and giving insight on his philosophies about life. Just recently, I started this apparel brand called Underscore Caps. What started out as self-amusement soon sparked an idea that I could use this thing as a vessel. I wanted to do something in his honor. I wanted to do something for everyone that has had to go through this. I wanted to spread awareness and erase the stigma of talking about your feelings and make some sort of an impact on this blue-green rock that's billowing through space. For a brother in arms and a voice for the voiceless.